my name is Alex Haas. I'm a transfer counselor from UMass Boston. And I'm going to give you a quick 20-minute kind of overview of UMass Boston and tell you a little bit about our programs and what life on campus would be like here at this great UMass campus. So first things first, we are located, started off rough there. Okay, sorry, this is our first slide. First things first, we're located in the city of Boston, which is, I think everyone knows, kind of a town, a city that's known for its colleges and higher education. There are a lot of colleges here, and there are a lot of college-age students here, so it's a really fun place to go to school. What sets us apart from some of those other schools is we're the only four-year public college in the city of Boston. So even though there's so many colleges in the greater Boston area, that kind of sets us apart from a lot of them. Being in Boston is going to give you a lot of, opportunities, both fun opportunities, sports and concerts and things like that. But it also gives you a lot of advantages, a lot of opportunities outside the classroom and kind of professional development. Things like networking, things like interesting public speakers related to your field, different museums and institutions and places to do research for projects and things like that. And then also a huge advantage is it's got a ton of different companies and organizations to do internships at right in your backyard. So it makes it really easy to do a lot of internships and to get a lot of kind of what we call experiential learning, a lot of hands-on learning opportunities here. We are a college that really welcomes transfer students. We have about 13,000 students, and almost more than half of them come from our transfer students coming from other colleges. So our advisors are really familiar with transfer students, and where we have that whole process of transferring credits and advising transfer students down, very well here at UMass Boston. Of our transfer student population, 60% come from community colleges. So definitely very familiar with the classes that you've taken at Greenfield, your transfer credits, and kind of make it easy to kind of pick up where you left off in terms of your classes and in your major. Not only that, there's a very good chance that you might have people in your classes here at UMass Boston that you know from Greenfield. So kind of might know people already once you transfer here. We have over 80 different majors here at UMass Boston that kind of represent, we have a little bit of everything here. We're not a school that really specializes in one specific thing. So we have 7 different colleges and schools that kind of go across the whole spectrum of different academic areas. Everything from the hard sciences like chemistry, biology, engineering, all the way to the arts. We've got a great business program here. We've got a teaching program, education. We've got a school of the environment. We've got a nursing, very, very good nursing program here. So really a little bit of everything. And it's easy to combine majors. So if there isn't exactly what you're looking for, it's easy to kind of take 2 majors and make something that is what you're looking for. A great example of that would be, we don't have a sports management program here, but we have a great business program and we have a sports leadership program. And you can double major in those and kind of cover the same materials that you would, the same information that you would in a sports management program. We also have success communities. So those are kind of like clubs, but they're based on your major. So they do a lot of like study groups and also professional development based on your area of your kind of career goals, field trips and things like that. And then we already kind of talked about the transfer advising. Your advisors are definitely going to be familiar with transfer students and kind of help you pick up exactly where you left off in terms of your major. My office, the admissions office, is very comfortable transferring in your credits. So we'll try to transfer in as the maximum number of credits that we can to really help you kind of just pick up where you left off in terms of your studies. We mentioned before the internships. Here are some of the companies and organizations that our students intern at. So, big hospitals, big companies, sports teams, lots of options here. And these are just the ones in Boston. So these are the ones that you can hop on the train Tuesdays after class and be at Liberty Mutual in, 10 minutes. But we also have internships like across the country as well, if you're interested in maybe going and interning at Microsoft in Seattle, things like that. Those are options as well. Besides internships, our students also have the opportunity to get out of the classroom by doing research. We're a tier 1 research institution. So every single one of our majors here has a research opportunity. Science is, it's pretty clear kind of what kind of research you'll be doing, working in a lab, working on different interesting computer programs and things like that, that might be on the cutting edge of research. But we also have research in our art department, in our dance department, things like that. They might be studying how dance can help students with developmental delays or something like that. So no matter what, you'll be able to do research here. And that's a great way to build out your resume, to get to know your professor as well, and to reinforce what you've learned in the classroom. So between our research and our internships, our students have a lot of opportunities to get real experience before they even graduate. And Shane, I don't know if we want to just pause there.
Wrong.
Okay. Hold on. There we go. So UMass Boston, we try to make it easy to transfer, and a big part of making it easy to transfer is really maximizing your transfer credits. We try to kind of utilize all the classes that you've taken to make sure that they're all, or as many as they can be fulfilling requirements for your bachelor's degree requirements here at UMass Boston. We accept up to 90 credits from a 4-year school and up to 70 credits from a 2-year school like Greenfield. So, that's an associate's degree plus some classes. We do have some rules about transfer credits. So first of all, you do need to earn a C- or higher in your classes for them to transfer in. And we don't accept any developmental courses. So maybe like a developmental math class that you've taken before college level algebra, something like that might not transfer. If you have any international credits, maybe you went to a school before Greenfield overseas, those credits can transfer, but they do need to be evaluated by a third-party evaluation service. We recommend either CED, Center for Educational Documentation, or WES, World Educational Services. But if you have any international credits, we can definitely discuss that more if you maybe want to book an appointment with me. Also, military credits. If you're a veteran and you have joint service transcripts, send those over and you might be awarded some credit for those as well. We're automatically going to evaluate your credits when you transfer. But if you want to get an idea of what will transfer prior to your application, maybe you want to see if it's worth applying to us or not, you can use this website called Transferology. You're going to log on and you're going to create an account, and then you're going to find the school that you're at right now or the past schools if you've already transferred once, and then put in all of the classes that you've taken. And it's a little bit like Google Translate. You'll put in the courses and then it will let you know what the equivalent is, what the same class is here at UMass Boston once it transfers in, what it will count as. And you can even then apply that to a major, so computer science, and then it will let you know what computer science classes or computer science requirements are done, and what classes you would still need to take and how many classes you would still need to take to graduate. So that's a really good tool. We also offer a unofficial an appointment where you can upload your transcripts and we can do this for you as well. So there's lots of opportunities to kind of get to know what your credits will be before you need to commit to us. And you'll get all of that information kind of, answered to make sure that we are the right fit for you. you will be sent this document. This is what's going to let you know what classes transfer. It's called a TCE, Transfer Credit Evaluation. And it's basically a degree audit. It's a document that has all the requirements for your major. You have to take, general education classes and, specific classes for your major. All of those are listed out here on basically like a checklist. And the transfer credits, the transfer classes that you've taken, if they fulfill requirements, we will kind of check off that requirement and put in that class in that slot on this document. So this will be sent to you, about a week after you're accepted, so that you know how long it will still take you to graduate once you do come here and what classes you'll still need to take. So here are some requirements to transfer to UMass Boston. It's a little bit different based on whether or not you have 24 college credits yet. So if you do have 24 college credits, all we're going to need is for you to fill out an application on our website, send us your transcripts. We do require official transcripts. So you will put a request in at Greenfield, and the registrar's office will send them to us. We need transcripts from each school you've gone to. So if you've transferred once before, we need separate applications for both schools, or excuse me, separate transcripts for both schools. We require a letter of recommendation and a 500-word essay. If you're applying for nursing, we do require normally T's, but they've been waived, so I won't get into that. If you have fewer than 24 college credits, all of that's the same, except you do also need to submit a final high school transcript. Okay, here's some deadlines that we have. So if you applied to college when you were still in high school as like a freshman, you might remember that you had to apply really far in advance, like months and months in advance. As a transfer student, it's not quite like that. You can apply a lot closer to when you plan on starting at UMass Boston. If you're going to be applying for the fall, the deadline is June 15th. If you're going to be applying for the spring, the deadline is December 15th. So lots of time to apply still. It's a rolling application here. So if you can apply earlier than the deadline, you will find out earlier. We'll admit you much earlier. So I recommend applying before these deadlines, but if you apply by the deadline, we'll still have plenty of time to kind of accommodate you and transfer you in and transfer your credits and get you settled and in classes before the beginning of the semester. You can see on the screen, this is the address that you're going to send all of your application materials to, our mailing address. We do accept things to be emailed to us as well, including transcripts as long as they're sent from the school. So either way, they will be attached to your application. For most of our majors here, we're looking for a 2.5 GPA. Engineering is a little bit higher to 2.75. Same with business, 2.75. But for our other majors, we're looking for a cumulative GPA of a 2.5. We do participate in mass transfer. So that's an option at Greenfield. If you get your associate's degree at Greenfield, then transfer within 1 year, you're going to not have to do a letter of recommendation. Your application fee will be waived, and your credits will transfer in. You'll get your kind of your general education block covered, mass transfer block. And if you can graduate with a 3.0, then you can get the 10% tuition rebate. So that's nice as well. So there's a kind of a financial component to mass transfer as well. So we can kind of lay out what you might get specifically with mass transfer. If you want to book an appointment with me, and we can kind of talk about your specific situation, but just know with mass transfer, it just makes the whole process a little bit easier for you, and you don't have to pay for any application fees, so that's nice. These are our tuition rates. So for a Massachusetts resident, your tuition is going to be $14,613 per year, about $7,300 per semester. That's before financial aid. So with the FAFSA form, filling out that, you can apply for get qualify for financial aid and bring that price down even more. Then we also have scholarships. So we encourage you to apply for scholarships. You're not automatically considered for scholarships, but our application for these are really easy. So I would encourage everyone to apply for that top scholarship, the transfer scholarship. We have a lot of those available, but you might also qualify for the Furcalo scholarship. You can talk to your transfer counselor at Greenfield because they're going to nominate a student from each community college. So you'll be nominated for that scholarship if you qualify. Okay, and let me give everyone my contact information. So if you have any questions, you can reach out to me. My name is Alex Haas, and my email address is my full name, alexander.haas@umb.edu. I'm also going to provide all my contact information to your counselor, Shane. So you can always reach out to him and he can give you my contact information as well. But I'll be available to answer any questions for anyone. You can book an appointment with me. We can do a Zoom appointment. If you are ever in Boston, we give tours twice a day, Monday through Friday, and we do counseling sessions here in the office. So definitely encourage, if you're interested in UMass Boston, I encourage you to reach out to me and we can kind of continue the conversation or start the conversation about UMass Boston. All right, thank you very much.